This begins the pre-meeting for the City Planning Commission hearing on Monday, September 14th. During the pre-meeting, staff and Planning Commission members review cases. There is no participation by applicants or the public. Following the conclusion of the pre-meeting, a public hearing will be held at 6 o'clock. Here, all cases will be heard, applicants will present, and public comments submitted after staff reports were compiled will be read into the record. After the conclusion of the hearing, deliberations will follow. The Planning Commission will take action on cases that were heard at the public hearing, and there is no participation by applicants or the public. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty, so only 2 cases this month. What I'm going to do is share my screen while we go over the 2 cases. So the first one, can you all see this? No. You're gonna see my desktop, which is like a little annoying, but I'll change that before the hearing itself. All right, so here is the first case. Can we quickly do a round robin just to ensure, or just to have an understanding who visited the site? So maybe the easiest way to do this is, since I can see everyone's faces, if you could just simply raise your hand if in fact you were able to visit the site. I'll mark you down here in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Milton, did you get a chance to visit? Okay, cool. All right, thank you. So I have it, all 7 of you were able to stop by Monroe Ave. You guys might be familiar with this project. It did come before you.
Hey, Anna,
yeah.
your screen is not, I can't see the screen you're presenting.
Oh.
All I see is, there we go. Now I see you.
Okay. What in the world is going on?
I was looking at before was the Zoom screen.
Oh, that's weird.
That was me. I don't know about anybody else.
I could see it actually, Anna.
Oh, okay.
This is go back and hopefully I'll be able to see it.
Complete and utter mystery.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. So here's my.
Yes.
All right. Can you see the staff report?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So as I was saying, you guys should be familiar with this project as it came before you on March 9th, at which time you guys issued a temporary approval on condition. Since then, it went to the zoning board in review of certain like lot area and yard variances. And that was in May 21st, 2020. And at that time, the zoning board of appeals denied the project. So the applicant has since revised their site plan findings and amended those site plan findings. The site plan approval was amended, and now they have submitted a completely new project to you all. 1 second while I do. I just want to make Mr. Simonis a co-host real quick. Alrighty, so we have here in your staff reports the amendment to the site plan findings. I'm going to zip along to the site plan itself just to go over a few important areas with you guys. When you guys had reviewed this project in March, the 2 conditions that you specified was that there be pedestrian access from Alexander Street to the entrance of the restaurant, and that there be solid screening in the area that abuts the residential district in use. So the major substantial change to this site plan itself is that we now have a new building here on the corner, and I'll show you those elevations in just a second. But in regards to when you guys were taking a look at this, they have included this pedestrian entrance onto the site or into the restaurant itself. And we do have some more information about this board-on-board fence that's going to be installed at the location that you were reviewing before. But as per usual, in your staff reports, we always provide floor plans and elevations, things of that nature. And included in that are their specifications for this proposed tenant or retail storefront. So this the addition of this retail space has changed the site plan in that it now requires no variances. And it also changes things that you guys had last reviewed it for in terms of parking. Now with this new retail space, this parking lot is no longer in excess of the parking requirement. It actually meets it because now we have some shared parking between these two proposed uses. So I just wanted to make sure that those changes were kind of made explicit for you guys, but now I'll open it up to you all in case you have any questions for me.
Do we know, are they going to build both buildings at the same time? Or is one speculative and one is actually proposed?
Definitely ask the applicant that one. I'm gonna put you down for that question. And then another important thing, if you guys recall from the first submittal, we did have a comment from the planning office. And they kind of had provided their comments. With this new proposal, every agency had to review the amended site plan findings. And as with this new proposal, we have not received opposition from the planning office.
All right, looks good.
Okay, I'll go on to the next one then. So this one is 95 Ames Street, located in an industrial district. Here's our aerial view. This underwent site plan review. So what they're seeking to do here is establish a specially permitted use. That special permit is for outdoor storage in the M1 district. So as part of the site plan review, you guys will have to be reviewing things that came up in the site plan finding portion of this project. You'll have to be reviewing if they are not meeting certain issues with the code. So as always, we kind of bring to your attention where certain areas are not being met. And that was here for your review. And then also included in the site plan findings are the findings from the departmental agencies and certain like findings that the review committee has. And there are certain areas where maybe those recommendations had or had not been incorporated into the project. I forgot to do a roll call for site visits. Do you mind raising your hand if you were able to do a drive-by? All right, all 7 for this one too. Great, thank you. Any questions on 95 Ames Street?
Does the applicant own the property or is he renting it?
The applicant owns the property. We received 2 comments in support and I think 21 comments in opposition. And we will have the neighborhood association present tonight at the virtual hearing. No, the neighborhood association and an additional resident present to provide kind of their verbal testimony at this hearing. So we'll get to hear from them. And then for the remainder of the comments, you'll get to hear from me. I'll just read them into the record.
Okay.
And I have my kombucha with me to help with my hoarse voice.
Okay. All right.
All righty.
Anything else we need?
Nope. Just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask me any questions and look over the site plan findings and the additional requirements that this would be subject to. as you have to kind of review them and determine if they require, if a waiver would be necessary.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right,
So should we reconvene at 6?
yes,
Okay, sounds good.
see everybody then.
Thank you, everyone.